Mexico City. The border crossing was so simple. It was my first time doing it and it was such a breeze. Literally, it probably took like 15 minutes. We are going to eat an early dinner and then just walk around and get the lay of the land. There's a taco place that's right around the corner that happens to be on my recommendation list. It's perfect as far as location of where we picked our Airbnb because we're right smack dab in the middle of everything. Isaac has been Duolingoing so that we can order and not be annoying, which we both agreed on. We probably should have started practicing some simple mannerisms and simple conversation a while ago, but better late than never. Pandaria Rosetta, but it was a little bit too busy for this time, so we're going to try again tomorrow when it opens. We are currently walking to another cafe that I had on my list, and so hopefully we can get in a little bit faster there. Mexico City being voted 2025's best food city in the world, it is no surprise that I've had this at the top of my travel wish list for some time now. Our first full brunch here consisted of squash blossom omelets, fresh pastries as soon as we sat down, and really, really good chilaquiles. I highly recommend this first place we went. They do food all day long. I would have loved to come back for dinner. Leaving extremely full, we walked over to Plaza Luis Cabrera. All we did was cross the street and you would have never felt like you were in the middle of such a busy city. It was so peaceful. We just had breakfast and then we came back to the room. We just kind of wanted to freshen up, fill our water bottle, and then we are headed to this perfume store that I have been anticipating going to. Senchu, I believe is how you say it. This looks like an art gallery. It's supposed to be super beautiful. Pretty sure it's supposed to be inspired by a Japanese garden. On our way back out, we're going to walk around more. It is a little bit cloudier today. It's been on and off. The next 2 days are supposed to be super sunny. I'm wearing this dress that this Lede dress that I made into a top. I'm really happy with it turned out. I just tucked it into some Reformation jeans. It's honestly perfect for this weather. It has like an open back and my little yellow bag. Here we go. Even if fragrances don't really interest you much, I definitely think you should stop by Shinu nonetheless. The craftsmanship was visible far past all of the fragrances. From the raw materials around the room that you could smell and touch to the botanical garden that you could see through the windows, the olfactory experience was made so tangible. There was no shortage of amazing clothing shops to just loiter and kill time in. I realized that it was almost 1 in the afternoon, so I very quickly ordered an Uber. I had my heart set on having lunch at Conchamar this day, and we did not have a reservation, but a quick little Google search told me that if you show up when they open, that you would have a pretty strong chance of being seated. You must get the tuna tostada, honestly, probably the best part of this whole meal. Everything that we had was delicious, but the tostada was definitely a standout for the both of us. Isaac is upset.
You ordered 6 pieces of shrimp and they didn't even eat them.
Yes, I did.
You ate 1.
They were jumbo
shrimp.
They were pretty big shrimp, but they were really good. booked an Uber for Chapultepec Castle. Why isn't it focusing? Hello? We ended up being dropped off 25 minutes from the castle. But Isaac brought up a good point that we're seeing a part that we otherwise wouldn't have, because we wouldn't have gotten through this area if we just walked from where we were. So silver lining, we get to walk to this park. It's really cute. It's pretty toasty outside, but it's really nice under these trees.
10 minutes into the walk, we found a stick in her foot.
I was trying so hard to be composed because Isaac told me not to wear these shoes, and I did because fashion and whatever. Anyways, we are now in Chapultepec Park. It was gorgeous, stunning. There were swans. I didn't show them because they are aggressive and I didn't want to get too close, but they were beautiful from afar. This walkway you're seeing was built in the 1700s, if I'm correct, and it has a net 200-foot climb. The view made every step worth it. Perched high on Chapultepec Hill, Chapultepec Castle was built between 1785 and 87 as a summer retreat for Spanish viceroys. In the 19th century, it became the imperial residence of Emperor Maximilian I and Empress Carlotta, and then later the presidential home for Mexico's leaders. Prior to becoming the National Museum of History, the castle stood as both a symbol of colonial power, which, duh, we know Europeans love to do that, and of Mexico's evolving independence. Today, it's the only castle in the Americas, which I found so cool. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the majority of the castle because we went too late, but we will absolutely be back. Okay, Isaac and I's phones were both about to die when we were at Chapultepec Castle and we needed to get home. So I stopped filming, but I think we're gonna go back just because there's some areas I really wanted to see and we didn't get to. But we just like rested for a second, showered. It's 8:45, so I think we're just gonna do a little bit of a late dinner. But I just got dressed really quick. I just put on my jacket, my little shorts, and then my red loafers. So that's the dinner fit for tonight. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I'm not even gonna put on makeup because when I get home, I think we're just gonna go to bed. We are walking to Rosetta, one of the Michelin star restaurants here in Mexico City, and we do not have a reservation, but we've been getting lucky lately with not having a reservation. So wish us luck. Hopefully we can get in. We got it. We're on the terrace, but I don't mind. We're still gonna have the food, so. I made Isaac switch drinks with me because mine was a little too strong for my tolerance of alcohol. This has to be the most gorgeous looking minestrone soup I have ever had. Like, are you lying? This is the Cata Tortellini. We got the poached pears and tarragon ice cream, and oh my gosh, look at this presentation. How gorgeous is that? We walked back from dinner. It was amazing. So good. We definitely had a later dinner than we were hoping for, but it was phenomenal, so no complaints. We were very fortunate enough that they served us because we didn't have a reservation. I am just going to drink my mint tea. Second attempt to the bakery, and we're wanting to get some of their guava rolls that are supposed to be really popular. Got the coveted guava roll. We got up so early just so we could taste this. My sweet husband, who hasn't been sleeping well, got up for me. Isaac's taking the first bite. Get a bite of the guava. We stopped into Maison Celeste after breakfast. one of the many concept boutique hotels in the city. Their lobby showcases a collection of artisan pop-up shops. I wouldn't consider myself someone who likes eclectic taste very often, but I did think that this refurbished Spanish-style home was really fun and honestly a fresh breath of air. I feel like right now there's so much modern interior design right now, which is so boring to me. There's a lot to see, so I definitely recommend coming here. I am a pretty nosy person, and since we did not stay at this hotel, I really wanted to see some of the rooms. So this super nice manager said he had a room that was open that he could show us, and it was so sweet of him to give us a little quick tour. I think one of my favorite things walking around the city is just how lush it is. Like, there is the most beautiful greenery just everywhere you turn. I'm not really showing it justice right now. We're on a walk to Lorena Saravia, which is a designer that I have been anticipating trying on her clothes while planning for this trip. If you are ADD like myself, you will be stopping in every shop that has an object of interest or an interesting color because they are pretty much everywhere. I love a dress-up moment, but more so I have such a deep appreciation for pieces that feel so considered.
We have linen top.
Gorgeous.
And you can try anything you want.
Thank you so much. This is beautiful. Paco is actually one of Saravia's main seamstresses. He walked us through the provenance of each piece.
You said these are all silver?
Those are made of silver.
Yeah, those are cool.
And these were like Lorena Saravia's grandma earrings.
No way.
Yeah, and she left it like, how do you say, wheel? On the wheel?
Yeah, on the wheel.
The grandma earrings were made of gold.
No, so
But
she had them remade as silver.
because the charros had silver.
My husband and I were probably here for 2 hours just talking about clothes, and it was such a dream. Just had the best experience in the Lorena Saravia showroom. It was so incredible. I knew just from photos and videos that the tailoring and the design was impeccable, but just like trying it on, it's just so crazy how much talent and expertise goes into these pieces. Her silk work is incredible. I think we are going to go to their storefront a little bit later just to see more of their denim. We're back at Rosetta just for a quick snack. We're having a really big dinner, so we're just getting this coffee or juice. A little bit of nourishment. Feeling revitalized, Casa Basalta was finally open. In Cartography of Elsewhere, artist Margaret R. Thompson invites us into imagined geographies. Maps not drawn on paper, but shaped by memory, dreams, and ritual. Her canvases merge oil paint with earthly pigments, sand, mica, turmeric, collected from places she finds sacred, exploring themes of displacement, belonging, and the unseen landscapes of the unconscious. Ultimately, the work charts the liminal spaces between reality and imagination. All that thinking caused us to be hungry once again.
So first it's in a copper barrel, and then it's in a terracotta barrel, which gives it this smoky undertone to it.
Ready?
Yeah.
This is where I really messed up. On an empty stomach, you guys, this felt like absolute lit gasoline.
It's smooth, that's easy.
It's I mean, I don't know.
Oh, it feels warm going down.
Yeah, it's a full experience.
That's warm. Thank you so much. Wow. I took a bit of a filming hiatus and then we got ready for dinner. I'm Mexican wine on recommendation of the bartender. This restaurant had a little bit of Vietnamese influence in their food, which was so yummy. I think my favorite dish was the Wagyu aguachile. It had red serrano peppers, so if you can't eat spice, probably not for you. But it had some ginger, sesame, and it came with bao buns. It was so good. Classic caramel flan, and then we have champurrado. Overall, this restaurant was so beautiful. The food was delicious. Would love to come back. Dinner was phenomenal. 12 out of 10. Fantastic. We are so full, so tired. I'm kind of in a little bit of a mood to watch a movie. Kind of in the mood just to go to bed. I don't really know. I will say it feels extremely safe walking around here at night. In this neighborhood anyways, I can't speak to other neighborhoods. But for Roma Norte, it feels extremely safe at night. So it's been lovely. It's been lovely getting to explore. We did end up watching Roma Norte, the movie, and then completely knocked out. Another beautiful morning. We're going to grab another coffee from Rosetta because it's so close. I think we are going to only eat street vendor food today, just so we get the full food experience since we've been doing restaurants, which is so fun, but we also want to do the locals food, like super locals food as well. We both wanted a coffee first, so we just stopped at a little cafe that we saw walking around. We did come into the trip with wanting to visit and see and eat at certain places, but I will say we do try to prioritize giving ourselves time to wander and just check out what's around and people watch and really take in the sights. Galeria Cordoba was one of the places that was an absolute must-see. I did such a deep dive prior to this trip of looking into shops that are truly unique and cannot be found at home. David is the name of the curator who solely runs this company. He sources largely from Mexico, but he also sources all over the world. If you are in the market for some very fair priced but amazing pieces, this is your place to go.
So this is the original one, like painted in,
Came back from the room for a second. We did not exchange cash for pesos before coming here, which I wish we did that in the beginning, but we're just gonna do that right now. So we just grabbed some cash. We're gonna go exchange it because today we are trying to eat all the street vendor food that we can. I really want mango with chili, and there's a really good quesadilla spot. So we just came back to do that real quick. We exchanged our cash for pesos, and we are going to get mango. All I've been thinking about for the past 3 days. I won't stop thinking about it until I have it. That is on the priority list. The way in which this man was able to cut this mango, this is honestly not great footage, but he was so swift and articulate. He was like the samurai of mango. Girl. Did you see the skill in his mango chopping? It's kind of like roulette.
Está bien.
I read a really great piece of advice online to eat at the vendors that the locals are lined up at during lunch. This is twofold. One, you get the really good spot, but you should also be safe from any food poisoning. Full and satisfied, we left lunch and walked into this really cool eyeglasses shop, which I guess is the biggest eyeglass and sunglass shop in Latin America, which is a little fun fact. These are so cute. These are really cool too. Similar vibe, different shape, different color, but I really like them. So cute. There were so many artisan shops to choose from that had such beautifully made clothing. Mexico City is 100% all about fashion, art, food. Their concept design stores were endless. I actually ended up getting major decision fatigue and went home with very few things. This shop, Esperanza Home, had a small but very refined jewelry collection. Everything was made out of solid fine metals and the prices were amazing. This is the part in the journey where my blood sugar tanks. I really need a snack and a rest. I think I might change my shoes, but we are in a park we haven't visited yet and it's so pretty. Look at this fountain. I want the fruit. Found more fruit and rope. We did not find fruit. There was a coconut water stand, but I guess they have hygiene issues with coconut water in the city, so better not to chance it. It did sound so good though. Today feels significantly warmer than the other 2 days. It feels good, but walking around you definitely need to stay hydrated. Oh, I see mango. I've been teased again. It was only whole fruits, not cut up fruits. Change my shoes. I have my insoles in. We went to Rosetta just to get a quick snack guava roll. Isaac got a green juice. I got another pineapple and beet juice. We're ordering an Uber. We're headed to what I believe is their opera and ballet house. This is the Palacio de Bellas Artes. We debated not even going because it was about to close, but I am so happy we decided to go. I mean, the opulence. We knew that this theater had revolving art exhibits. What we did not know was that they had a Monet and Matisse Impressionist collection. Who doesn't love Impressionism? This was such a treat to be able to see while we were in Mexico City, especially because we weren't expecting this collection. I fell in love with this painting. This is Le Steak by André Derain. I love how sophisticated it is with using such a juvenile color palette. We're going upstairs to see some mural. I was absolutely not ready to witness all of that. That was insane. On our way to look at the murals, we found some architectural blueprints of the building. To this day, it is so mind-boggling to me how intricate architecture really is. When I say that, I really have in mind these very ornate buildings like the one we were in this day. Also, you guys, look at this 2-scale diorama of the building. There were no details spared in the making of this. It honestly exhausted me looking at it. Okay, now this is a mural where you really had to sit and think. It was so dense with allusion and symbolism. It honestly reminded me of T.S. Eliot's poems just because this really demanded your attention. I'm going to try to give a quick synopsis because there's a lot going on here. This mural was actually commissioned by Rockefeller himself for Rockefeller Center in New York. But it clashed with capitalist views because Rivera, the guy who painted it, included imagery of the workers rising up and a portrait of Vladimir Lenin, which was controversial in and of itself. So the Rockefellers actually ended up destroying the mural before it was finished, and then Rivera recreated it here in Mexico City. His work places humanity at the center of science, industry, and politics, contrasting visions of capitalism and socialism while asking who truly controls the future of the world. Exploring a different part of the city. This part of the city definitely feels a lot more industrial. It feels like New York. Our last day. We have to be out of the Airbnb at 11. Isaac and I slept very strangely last night, so we're a little tired, but that's okay because we're just going to be on the plane the majority of the day anyways. We are headed back to
Rosetta.
It is just really good, but it's also super close. The pricing for the quality food is excellent.
Cross.
So that's going to be our last our last meal here, technically. I'm definitely going to miss this little walk in the mornings. It's the most pleasant little walk. It's just so green out here, so calm in the mornings. Another one, done. Also ordered a corn and ricotta pound cake, which looks delicious. Proyecto Rufina, and it's the one in Rumi Norte.
Rufina?
Yep, that one. We just checked out of our Airbnb. I think I'm gonna link it. We are in such a central spot. It was so clean. We had filtered water in the lobby, snacks. Like, the price was insane. I don't know if you can see this. We're in like a locked little courtyard. Before we head in, multiple locked doors, so secure. So I'm gonna link it below, even if it's just to see where we were as far as location. This is like the spot to be in for sure. But we have all of our stuff. We're gonna do one last stop at Proyecto Rufina. It's supposed to be a really fun ceramics and accessory store. We didn't really do much shopping. We did a lot of like window shopping, but for the most part we just wanted to like walk around and see everything and eat. So we're just gonna do one last stop to see if there's anything we want to take home, and then we're gonna be on our way. But we will definitely be back. This has been one of the best trips we've ever taken. It's been so enjoyable. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.
We're waiting for our Uber, but then Lyric saw this dog.
It can't walk, and it just wants to go inside because this other dog friend is inside and it can't get down the stairs, and it's like flopping itself across the sidewalk.